What's up, everybody? Nefarious Wes here, and this is my submission for the Renegade One Life Community Challenge for the Not So Weekly Retro Challenge that I hosted. Normally it's hosted by Captain Algebra and Back in the Day Gamer. So if you want to get in on more of these challenges, make sure to check their channels out. I'll have links to their channels in the description below. As you can see, I'm playing the Japanese version, Nekketsu Kōha Kunio-kun. And the game looks different, but it plays exactly the same. The stage layouts are different. The stage layouts are exactly the same, though they look different. The sprites look different for the most part, but they are exactly the same. And as you can see, I'm just cruising through this. Here's the first boss. I'm going to use the benevolent dick trick here, where if you kick him as close as you can and knock him down to the edge, he falls off and dies, so that's really helpful. Now, stage 2, and this is a really short game, only 4 stages. Stage 2 looks exactly the same as Renegade on the North American version. My strategy here is to toss the guys into the water, as it's an instant kill, and this is the easiest way to do it, just by jump kicking them, stunning them, and then tossing them over the shoulder. Now, this game plays like Double Dragon 2. It was actually Technos Japan's first beat 'em up before Double Dragon, and it actually plays like Double Dragon 2, where if you're facing the left, the B button does all your attacks on the left side, and the A button on the right side. So, got through that motorcycle part pretty quick. For an early beat 'em up, this is a pretty ambitious game. It has all kinds of different spots here. Like this part where you need to kick the guys off the motorcycle, and I lose a few seconds of my time here because I could kick that guy off. But you can get through that fairly quickly. And then this boss isn't too tough at all. I just jump kick him until I can get him down to about 2 bars of energy, and then I pin him and punch his face, and then he's done. There you go. So there we go. The first 2 stages done fairly quickly. Now, this is not a very difficult game. It's pretty easy to master, pretty easy to beat. So the key here is how quickly can it be done. That's going to be the deciding factor. Now here, the sprites are different than in the North American version, where the women are dressed in pink dresses. The Nekketsu Kōha Kunio-kun game is based around like a schoolyard rivalry in Japan, so they all look like they're dressed in school uniforms. That's by design. Where the sprites in the North American version were made to look more like, probably, I would say, like the Warriors movie. You know, just to appeal more to Western audiences. Alright, so this is the toughest enemy in the game, if you ask me. One wrong move, Kim will grab you, slap you around, toss you, and it's hard to recover after that. So the dash punch works very well, and when she's low enough on health, you can pin her and finish her off. I don't know how many times she killed me because I didn't time the dash punch right, and the run was over. So I did well that time. And now we're on the final stage. So yeah, this game isn't very long at all. And really my key here, and throughout most of the game really, is to attack one enemy and then toss him into the other to knock him down, and then I can pin him and punch him. So it's a strategy that works pretty well for me. And then this stage is a maze. Luckily I have it memorized because I've played through this game quite a bit. After I picked it up when I was like maybe 20 or so, and it was a really cheap game, and that's when I got into it. I really didn't care for it much when I was a kid. But yeah, you go into the right door first. There's only 3 enemies in this room. Lost some time there because I slacked on punching that guy for some reason. Who knows why I did that. I made a few mistakes here where it really hurt my time. Yet this was still by far the best time I did, so. Now, this is where you would fight the two Jacks in the Renegade version, and everyone seems to have problems with this room, and even I do at times. I will lose a life in this room, and it sucks, but you can't pin them and punch them until they're weak enough, and because there's two enemies here and not just a boss, they don't have a life meter, so you just kind of have to feel it out, but it doesn't take too long. This room, there are two motorcycles to defeat, and then you go in the middle door where you face off against three more motorcycles. Then you go to the right where you will face off against Sabu, the final boss in both games. Though in the Japanese version he wears orange, and in the American version he wears green. But other than that, he's the exact same guy. You have to be careful because he will shoot you with the gun, and one shot and you're dead. But there you go. 6 minutes, 13 seconds, .951. So basically 6 minutes, 14 seconds. Pretty good, I would say. Very quick. I know I can do better, but the challenge, the time ran out. I didn't have any more time to do the challenge, so that was definitely my best run. But yeah, that was my no-death run of Nekketsu Kōha Kunio-kun that I did for the Renegade 1 Life Community Challenge. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you want to join in on these challenges, they're open to anybody. All you need to do is record your footage and upload it to YouTube or through Dropbox and share it. So I'll leave links for the channels of Captain Algebra and Back in the Day Gamer. They are the main hosts of the challenge. So if you want to get on that, make sure to check their challenges out. But I want to thank you for checking out my really quick no-death run of Nekketsu Kōha Kunio-kun. See you guys on the next one.